and everyone's aware that Mr. Wooten is going to be moving on. I'd just like to thank him for his friendship, for his help and guidance, and I wish him and his family the best. I know he'll move on to bigger and better things.
I'm gonna miss Mr. Wooten. I really am. Mr. Wooten, you know, you don't hear much from him, but most of the time he was the most fairest person on this council. That's my opinion. If you don't agree, that's up to you. But Wooten, I'm gonna miss you. I wish it could have been longer. I wish I could be around to see you fly, son, because you are going to fly, and you're going to fly higher. Don't let nobody clip your wings when you and another thing, Mr. Wooten, don't follow anybody. Don't ever follow anybody, okay? All right. You're already at the top. And that's about everything. For those of you who kept in touch with me, not many of you, but some of you did, and I appreciate it. When I was home eating potato chips, the day my the day my son came to pick me up, and he saw those potato chips, which led to him taking me back. But those of you who called me to see how I was doing, I appreciate it. Those of you that didn't, thank you.
Mr. Graham.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just want to wish everyone and their families a Merry Christmas. I know this year has been very trying for everyone. You know, we've just been through so much, but you know, hopefully as we rock into the new year of 2021, it brings forth some better opportunities, not only for our county, for our state and our nation, but also for our citizens. You know, there's so many families that has really hit some hard times due to this pandemic that has been handed to us, and you know, as we look at the unemployment numbers, you know, they're looking great, unless you that percentage that's still out of work. And you know, I realize the importance of that. It's great to see our county rebounding, but we still got some ways to go. And I know Mr. Nelson's not here today, but I mean, his group is continually working hard as far as getting more industry in our great county. And you know, honestly, I don't think no one up here, none of the county staff will be satisfied till we have 0% unemployment. We want it to truly be at a point where if you want a job, that opportunity is here for you to grow and to prosper for you and your family. As far as Craig goes, Craig, we came on council at the same time, been to a couple conferences together. It's truly been a pleasure working with you side by side up here each meeting, and also through different things that I think council has accomplished over the last 4 years. I truly wish you and your family the best. Likewise, I think the sky is truly the limit. You don't talk a lot, but when you do, and I've made the statement to my wife, it's always worth listening to, because you have truly put a lot of thought behind it, and I always really take something away every time you do speak. And definitely appreciate the friendship, and hope we can stay in touch, and again, wish you and your family the best. Thank you for everything you've done for Anderson County.
I want to thank the administrator and his staff and all the county employees for the job they've done this past year, and their families. It's been a very difficult year. I hope we're starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel, but I want to again thank them for the job they've done and how they've served Anderson County through some very difficult circumstances, and get through this. At this time, I would like to ask my fellow council members to step down front. Mr. Wooten, our council members have got together and got you a little something. I just want you to know from me personally, since you've been on council, it's been a joy to work with. You have been a breath of fresh air, good ideas, always good to talk to. I've known you to think things out and not make rash decisions, and I know when you and always willing to listen to the other side. I know you've done a good job for your constituents. You've done a great job for Anderson County. You'll be missed as a council person, but more yet, you're going to be missed, in my opinion, as a person and what you've done on this council the short time you've been here. Really do appreciate it. I've enjoyed working with you, and I want you to not be a stranger, and come and see us. I'm sure we'll be your wisdom, and the council person that's coming in, district might want you to serve on a committee or two, so keep an open mind on that too.
Planning Commission.
Man, I thank y'all so much. This has been a wonderful experience over the past 4 years, and I can't thank you guys enough. And so one of the things I do know is every first and second Tuesday from now on, I have 3 minutes to come talk to y'all about anything that I want to, and I'll exercise that possibly. But you know, I was thinking last night about this being the last meeting, and you know, sort of what I learned from each one of you. And you know, I was thinking about Brett, and you know, Brett to me embodies sort of business and relationships, because he's easy to work with. He understands friendship and working out problems, but he's also savvy in making things happen. And so I've always appreciated that interaction with him. And you know, I hate that Miss Floyd left. This goes way back. This is probably 1990, 1992. I remember my father saying he hoped Mr. Floyd won. And I said, "But Dad, we're Republicans." And he said, "Well, I work with him in the school system, and he's a good man, and that's a good family, and that's who we need to hope win." And she's always been very kind to me, and I'll never forget the words she said to me at my dad's funeral. And I wish her the best. And one of the things I've always respected about Miss Floyd, she's a tireless advocate for her area, and she's not ashamed to stand up. She's not ashamed to fight for her people, and she taught me a lot in that there is a time to do just that, and I appreciate that from her. You know, Chairman Dunn, I don't think anyone in this county understands how much you do outside the meeting, and you can call Tommy Dunn day or night about any one of the subjects, and he's knowledgeable about it. We're not an easy group to lead. When you get into this game, you got to be a little bit opinionated, and you have a little bit of hubris. And but he leads us, and in my time here, he has made sure that we got things done, and that is to his credit. And he doesn't take a lot of credit, but I don't think anybody will ever know how much he does, and I appreciate you. You know, Ray and I came on together 4 years ago, and he's been a good friend. Him and his wife Linda, I've always considered people I could call and talk to. One of the things I've always respected about you is in the Public Safety Committee. Ray, when he talked about EMS or police, he did both of them. I mean, he was an EMS person, he was a police person, and so he brought a perspective that I could always trust, that he knew what he was talking about, and I'd never done any of those things, and I tried to make informed decisions, but he's a good man, and he cares about his community, and he cares about the people, you know, when it comes to law enforcement and EMS. And so and I was thinking about you last night, Ms. Wilson, and one of the things that I really learned from you is Ms. Wilson's a tough negotiator, and she comes from a real estate background. And I remember we were working on negotiations with a landfill or waste company, and I was like, "We can't get any more. This is all we can get." And she said, "No," and I was about to throw my hands up, and she got more. because she also is a tireless advocate for what she believes in, and she advocates for her district and this county, and she does a wonderful job at it. And I learned by watching her in committee the things that you can get done when you're willing to stand up and be bold, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate her friendship at church. And one of the things my dad would always ask me about was, he wanted to know how Miss Floyd was doing. He always wanted to know how Miss Wilson was doing. And I thank you for that, and thank you for your friendship to my family. So with that, I won't be a stranger. I wanted to say also a big thanks to, I can't thank everybody in the county, but I want to say a big thanks to Rusty and Leon. I always joke, you know how busy Leon is, because if you, Mr. Harmon, if you go into his office, there's so much paperwork. And he's always working on something for us. And he's a trusted advisor as you make decisions to lead us in the right direction. And I appreciate that. And Mr. Burns, thank you for your efforts. And it's sort of weird. I came into this, I remember, I told him this before, I remember going to Rusty's house when I was in 6th grade for a birthday party for his daughter. And so when I came on the council, he was always Jennifer's dad to me. And then he became the administrator. And then after into 4 years, I enjoy calling you my friend. And I don't think there's anybody better in this county to lead the county that knows all the inner workings of it, and also cares about the employees and cares about the people of this county and its well-being than you do. And I appreciate that. So with that, I hope everyone else just has a Merry Christmas. And I wish Tom and Ken were here, because those guys were awesome, and I miss seeing them. But I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and just thank you so much.